My first question is kind of, what new programming would you like to see the board do? Obviously, you have a lot of experience working with it and working and creating programming, but what other, new outlets would you like to provide for the community?
Quite frankly, I don't want to see new programming. We have for a number of years uh, said that the board has said that we can't take on anything new. We have so much more. I mean, if I sat and went down the list of things that were offered to the community now that weren't offered 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and so forth, going back into time, we have a lot of things that the Park District offers to the community. We can't afford really to offer more things. We've got baseball, we've got football, we've got soccer, we've got field hockey or roller hockey. I mean, uh, we have a bike trail, we have a golf driving range, we have basketball, we have all kinds of things, and I just can't see where we can really expand our programs much anymore. Because of PTEL, we've got to be able to pay for everything. And what we have with PTEL is a pie. And as time goes on and we accept new programs, we keep cutting that pie into smaller and smaller pieces because the pie doesn't get better, but the programs expand.
And maybe just with PTEL, you can explain a little bit for people who don't know.
It's commonly called a tax cap, but that's not really what it is. But it's a property tax extension limitation law, and it acts kind of like a tax cap. We cannot raise the our levy limit past a certain point, where other counties around us can, Whiteside, Ogle, for instance, and where they can raise their levy limit to meet their needs, we can't do that. And what that has done to the Park District in particular, but also other like small communities, Amboy, Franklin, and so forth within the county, is really limited to what they can do. The As my understanding, it was first brought in, I think, in '96, uh, and it was to try to limit the big one at the top of the totem pole was the school district, and it was trying to limit their spending or their ability to spend. But they also go into Ogle County into Grady Tour, so it has no effect on them.
Mm-hmm.
But we, we as the Park District, we as Amboy, we're greatly affected by that.
So perhaps are there other funding options that you might consider looking into, or maybe a partnership with the city, or working closer with them?
We, in the
county?
last couple of years, we've really started working closer and closer together with other entities. Uh, we, since I became president, I've asked that we meet with the school board at least a couple times a year because we're neighbors. We work together, that we use their facilities and vice versa. That's worked out wonderfully. We're working a little closer now with the city than we had in the past. But there's also other organizations like the YMCA is running a soccer program for us, Al Morrison, which is running baseball, and without them, we'd have a heck of a mess. So it's really great to have those. On top of that, what I've wanted to do for a long time, and it's been something that the board has attempted to do several times, is to expand our taxi limits, our taxi location. What we would like to do is be able to take in North Dixon Township, the residential part of it, not the farmland. And because like North Dixon Township, when you get out just on the other side of Lowell Park, there's homes there that their backyard abuts Lowell Park. They can walk out their back door and walk a few feet, they're in Lowell Park.
Right.
They pay nothing for taxes to.
And so I think that the question that a lot of people are curious about is, what to do about the pool.
Well, there's not really a whole lot we could do with the pool right now. I mean, we're kind of at an impasse. The pool was built 65 years ago. It was built with $1950, and in order to repair it, we have to repair it with $2015 if we did it today, and dollars that we don't have, by the way. And the law states that if you go over a percentage of the original cost of construction, that you have to make it ADA compliant, which is is American Disabilities Act, and that means you would have to have be able to get us on a second-story building. You'd have to get the handicapped person up to that pool and then be able to get them in and out of the water, which would necessitate either an elevator, which is very, very expensive, or a long ramp, and that's not feasible because it'd have to be on the outside. It'd have to be all encased or something like that for weather. So it's a real dilemma there. It's a lot of money. But right now, with PTEL, we couldn't even afford to tear the pool down if that's what was our only option, because we think it would cost. We estimated about $250,000 just to tear it down and haul it away.